I remember when Mum took me and Marwa to the Regent's Park Mosque in London. It's the biggest mosque in Britain. There are mosques or prayer rooms all over the world, wherever there are Muslims. A great big chandelier hangs from the ceiling. It's all sparkly. It makes the prayer room bright and beautiful. When I was small, I asked my dad, "Why do we pray?" And he said,
"We pray to be near to God."
"You don't have to go to a mosque to pray." This is our family prayer room, but you can pray anywhere as long as it's in a clean place. You can pray at home,
At the airport?
At school? Or at work?
Dad lays out the carpets for the evening prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
He makes the call to prayer.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar means God is great.
Allahu Akbar.
Dad leads the prayer and we follow along.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
I don't know how and when I learnt to pray, but I do know that it makes me feel very special.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Rahmanir Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin.
A very special place to pray is called the Kaaba.
It's a very big mosque, and in the middle there is this big black cube. You know what that is?
The Kaaba.
The Kaaba. And this is where Muslims go every year from all over the world to do Hajj.
Hajj is a special journey to a city called Mecca in Arabia. It is a long way away from our home in England. Once a year, millions of Muslims from many different countries go to Mecca to see the Kaaba. At the Kaaba, they pray to Allah to ask for His blessings.
For the last few weeks, Omar had been counting off the days on the calendar. Tomorrow, he would get on an aeroplane with his mum and dad and fly to the city of Mecca. Omar's mum was busy packing. His little brother and sister, Ali and Sarah, were helping. "Why can't I come?" asked Ali. "Perhaps when you're older. You and Sarah are going to stay with Grandma until we come back." Just then, they heard a loud thump on the stairs. They all ran out onto the landing. Grandma was sitting at the bottom of the stairs holding her foot. Omar ran downstairs to help her, but when Grandma stood up, she cried out with pain and sat down again. "Stay there," said Mum. "I'll call the doctor." After the doctor had gone, Mum and Dad sat at the kitchen table. Omar stood by the door listening. Grandma had sprained her ankle and would need to stay in bed and rest. Omar trailed into the kitchen and leant his head against his mum's arm. "Aren't we going to Mecca, Mum?" he asked in a small voice. Mum looked at Dad. She knew how much the trip meant to Omar. "Tell you what," said his mum. "You go to Mecca for me. You be my eyes, and when you get back you can tell me all about it." "But won't you mind not coming?" "A bit," smiled Mum. "But it is right that I stay here and look after Grandma. She needs me here." The next day they went to the airport. Omar had never been on an aeroplane before. He peered out of the window and thought of his mum and wished she was coming too. Then his thoughts turned to Mecca. What would the great city be like? It was a wonderful place. Omar was thrilled to be there. They were away for 3 weeks. When they got back, Omar was glad to see his family again. Grandma's ankle was much better now, and she was able to walk with a stick. Omar couldn't wait to tell his mother all about his wonderful trip. I'd never seen so many people before. Millions and millions of people from all over the world, all dressed in white. We walked round the Kaaba 7 times praying to Allah. It was just amazing. So many people praying together, just amazing. His mum smiled. Hearing you describe everything you saw so wonderfully, I feel like I've been there myself. Thank you. Omar smiled back. He knew he would remember his trip to Mecca all his life.
Hello children. For your task today, I would like you to choose from one of these 6 photographs that I'm about to show you. Each photograph shows Muslims praying in different places. You will see either Muslims praying alone, praying in small groups, or praying in a very, very large group. I want you to choose the photograph that you think would answer the following question. Which Muslims would feel the strongest sense of belonging? Do you think Muslims need to be together to pray in order to have a strong sense of belonging? Or do you think that if they are praying on their own, they still feel connected and have a strong sense of belonging to the Muslim faith? The decision is yours. Use the videos from before to help you make your decision. Here are 2 of the photographs, and there are 4 more here. I will attach these photographs on a PDF for you, and it will be on Google Docs for you to look at. I would like you to choose one of those photographs. If you can, print it out and stick it onto this box here. If you can't print it, maybe just do a little sketch so that I know which one you have chosen. Now the question that we're trying to answer is at the top. Does going to a mosque give Muslims a sense of belonging? Once you've chosen your picture, then I would like you to answer this question. What is happening in this picture, the one that you've chosen? I want you to write a couple of sentences just explaining what is in the picture. Next, I would like you to think about this. I think that this picture shows the strongest sense of belonging because, and then finish the sentences. These are all your own thoughts. The last one is this. If I were a Muslim, I would prefer to pray alone or at the mosque with others. Can you think of some reasons why? Look at this picture of Muslims praying at the Grand Mosque in Mecca during Hajj. Muslims believe in community. Muslims believe that praying together in groups brings greater blessings than praying alone. The Prophet Muhammad said, "Praying at home is counted once. Prayer at the local mosque is equivalent to 25 prayers."